Hey everyone, Eyal here, and I wanted to talk about using Beat Scholar in Ableton Live. So when you open up Ableton Live, Beat Scholar will show up here under VST3, Modalics, and Beat Scholar. We also have a VST2 version right here in case you're using an older version of Ableton. So in VST3, we can just double click and it will open Beat Scholar in its own track, and we can just hit play. Right, and play, we can change presets, etc. Go through our other tutorials on the specifics of how Beat Scholar works, how the presets work, how the editing works, etc. But the good thing to note is that it will sync with your song's tempo. So if I change the tempo in Ableton Live, right, it's going to sync. Let's change the tempo back to 120 in Ableton, and this will respond. So that means you can use your own tempo track, track changes, whatever, and Beat Scholar will sync. Now, there's a few flows where you can use that are specific to the DAW that might help you. So one way is to do like what I did now, open Beat Scholar as an instrument, right? So you open it as an instrument, you choose a pattern, and you can just use it to play music. Another way is you might want to use it as a MIDI controller to another instrument you have. So let's say I want to use one of the built-in drums in Ableton Live, like the 909 core kit, right? Let's say I like this kit, and I'm going to open it in a new channel. And Beat Scholar can also send MIDI out into whatever instrument that I want. So what I will do in this case is I will click here on the preset section and turn off the sampler because I'm not going to be using it. And let's close this. And now in the 909 core kit track, I can select MIDI from the Beat Scholar channel and then specifically ask for the plugin Beat Scholar. Now, right, I actually get the Beat Scholar preset inside of the 909. So that's how you work with Beat Scholar as a MIDI plugin. There are other things you can do. First of all, you can drag MIDI right into the timeline. So let's say I made this MIDI and I want to play it through my sound source, which could be either Beat Scholar itself or the 909, right? So I can go back to Beat Scholar and I can just shift drag from every pattern right into the timeline. It's going to ask me if I want to import tempo signature data. Let's just say no. And right, here's the pattern. And I can just edit it, duplicate it, move it around, slice it, whatever, just the way I like to work. You can also take it back into Beat Scholar. In that case, you might want to have the sequencer off so that you won't get the sequencer back to yourself, but turn on the sampler. And then I will take the MIDI into Beat Scholar, right? And you can see this plays the notes through my Beat Scholar, and I can do manual editing and so on and so forth. Another way I'd like to work is I sometimes like to use the Beat Scholar sounds, but have each individual drum in its own channel so I can use my own effects and plugins, etc. So the way to do this, we can turn on multi-mode right here in the bottom right. When you do this, we can see that if we open a new channel, like an audio track, you can have the audio coming from Beat Scholar and then, for example, from the kick or snare, rim, whatever. So for example, let's do kick and let's change this to be kick, right? And now when I'm playing, Beat Scholar itself will just play the reverbs and the effects. So I can close it for now. And if I click in here, right, I can just mix the kick separately using my own effects. Let's open another track and call the thing snare. Not spare, but snare. Audio from Beat Scholar from the snare, right? Same thing. Right, so we get the two separate channels, and we can just do our own mixing and work simply with the with whatever tools we like and have. Hopefully it was useful, and have fun.